Welcome, everybody, to another Wednesday night edition of Steelers Dynasty Podcast. I'm your host, the Triple B Bad Bubba Brewer, and before we get started to talk about Steeler football, I have to introduce the man, the host of West Virginia Mountaineer Mafia, 6 other podcasts, driving across the county to help people get their cars or their dreams. It's special field correspondent, Shane Stodmiller.
Hey, buddy.
Shane, how you doing?
Doing good. I tell you what, these Wednesday nights are a lot of fun. So I'm glad to be here. And it's a good time to talk about Steelers football, right?
Well, when we win like that, it's always a good week. That's how I look at it. Did you do another podcast before you come on tonight?
Wednesdays I just do this, and then I don't think I'm doing anything this maybe Thursday I might do one, but Tuesdays is the busy day. But
okay. How many do you do Tuesdays?
3.
Holy heck. Oh man, we already got people. Kelly, thanks for tuning in. Kelly, we need your address so we can mail out.
I just sent it to you about 30 minutes ago.
Okay. I'll get it. Thank you, Kenny Meyer of Kenny Meyer's Steeler Halftime Report. He's on the porch watching AEW at his girlfriend's house. Right on, man. Right on. I don't watch too much of that anymore. Sometimes I just can't get into it. So
you're kind of maybe after the show.
I'm just so. I'm trying to get, like I said before, I got one more piece of music to get tonight, and he said he sent it, and I don't have it yet, and we're trying to download it, and I got to do a whole bunch of stuff. I made a commercial, which we're going to show here later on in the show here. So, I mean, it's just, you've seen the behind the scenes stuff. So, but also, too, we did our show yesterday with Mark, the combined Hooly Dooly awards, and that was a good show. That was longer than usual, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a long one. I like the long shows until I have to get up at like 4:45 in the morning, and I'm just like.
But you know what? It was we had a lot to talk about, and it was. Well, see, when I say Mark's name, boom, he appears. It's like Beetlejuice. I only said it one time.
Yeah.
So, and Mark, I did listen to you give him hell today on the AFC North Roundtree. I didn't like that new Ravens guy. He seems like a cocky, arrogant prick. You need to put him in your place, and hopefully you do. I know you're real nice and all, but I thought he was a cocky prick.
He doesn't have to put him in his place, Bubba, because guess what? The Steelers have a couple chances to do that later in the season. So.
Well, you know what, they will, so I believe that. And hey, Craig from Patton, thank you so much for tuning in. He says hello to both of us. Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, and we're going to talk about, Sunday night's victory, because there's some stuff we missed last night, like especially that penalty that Fitzpatrick got, which we all knew that it wasn't a penalty. And I'm getting a little tired of getting the sympathy and the apologies 3 days later, Yeah,
there's a lot more errors in regards to the officiating than there used to be. At least I'm thinking there is.
Maybe they shouldn't have any errors. They're getting paid $5,000 a game, $6,000. They probably eating caviar. It was just, and it's.
It's not football related, but Pittsburgh has a chief of police that's going to officiate 65 college basketball games at $3,000 a clip.
Wait, run that by me one time.
$85,000 as a chief of police.
$3,000 a game. He's going to what?
Yes. For Big Ten basketball, he has 65 games lined up. And he's going to still be on the payroll as a cop.
Isn't that a conflict of interest?
Well, I don't. It's basically how is he going to be have the time to facilitate and be a steward of the taxpayers' money of Allegheny County.
Holy
and
hell!
Facilitate leading.
How many games?
65. I was
65
almost
at
thinking it was
3,000.
6 or 5, but no, it's
Holy fuck, he's getting paid more to officiate games than I get paid working for my regular job.
so
Jesus.
yeah, that's crazy. I wanna talk a little bit. Let's just get right into it because we've got a lot to
Sure.
talk. I want to hit a couple things now, guys. We don't have a run sheet for this. Me and Bubba just throw.
No, the only thing that I have and that I have to have is like the Steelers all-time records on Monday night. I do have.
We'll have
I mean,
that.
I'm good, but I mean, I do remember that record, and I do remember the last loss at home because I will get into that story in a moment.
Yeah.
But I don't have a run sheet anymore. I used to. I don't do that because it doesn't seem like it flows. Because if we start talking Steelers and we get on the, you know what I mean, we're getting good. We go to one, we divert to this way, and it's just we are a lot better than that guy, the Commander Steeler trader guy.
He's such a phony, but
I fucking hate him.
But you brought up Monday night, so how many games have the Steelers won consecutively on Monday Night Football?
Well, the last game that they lost was in 1991.
Yeah.
Okay, they had a quarterback. If anybody, I'm sure people will know who he come off the bench, and it was 20. And I remember this score. It was 23-20, and it was the New York Giants that beat us. It was a quarterback of Neil O'Donnell.
Neil O'Donnell. But
Neil
Sims
O'Donnell
was the quarterback for the Giants, wasn't he?
It could have been that or Hostetler at the time. You know, former West Virginia grad Hostetler.
Yeah, I've met Hostetler. He used to have a bagel shop in Morgantown. He's married to Coach Don Nealon's daughter.
Oh, wow. Well, but also too, the Steelers are undefeated. That's the last time they lost.
19 straight home games on my.
Tomlin has not lost a home game. He's 19, I think 19-3.
Yeah.
He hasn't lost at home.
And going back to 1955, the Steelers have 51 wins on Monday Night Football, and that's the most in the NFL. So they own Monday night.
Mm-hmm. And they're going to own it. They're going to own it this coming Monday night. I just don't see this as a hiccup game, and I don't want it a hiccup game. And I did that little video last night after me and Mark were talking about T.J. Watt only having 4.5 sacks, but he's doing a lot more than just sacking now.
Pressure.
But
the pressure.
He's pressuring, but I want these sacks because I want him to be the all-time sack leader before he retires. I'm a little biased. I'm a little, that's what I want. You know, absolutely. I mean, I don't know how many sacks L.C. Greenwood had. I mean, they didn't even count them at one time. So, I mean, I have no idea. And L.C. got denied the Hall of Fame. He got cut. He didn't make the cut.
That's a horseshit. That is horseshit.
Yeah.
And the only Bubba, if Greenwood was on any other team, he would have been a Hall of Famer years ago.
I would say so. They don't want to have a lot of Steelers in the Hall of Fame, but James Harrison and Hines Ward and I think Gary Anderson are still viable. They're still there yet. They didn't get cut yet.
Hines Ward has, as a slot receiver, he has one of the highest catch. I think he has on the dot. He has 1,000 catches.
Yeah, that 1,000 catch was like me pitching it to you and you getting a yard. I mean, it was considered a catch. I mean, that was his last catch. But look, when he hit fucking people, the rules for receivers changed because Hines Ward's changed the game.
Well, he was just going in and laying out guys that weren't paying attention, or laying out guys that were paying attention. But
hey, if you weren't paying attention and you were paying attention and you lined up against Hines Ward and you weren't paying attention, you were getting your head knocked off.
Now, I'm thinking he's the best slot to ever play. Now, Larry Fitzgerald, they say, is the slot, but I don't consider him a slot. I consider him a Y.
I just like Hines' tenacity and his pure grit. Yeah. Okay. So, and don't get me wrong, if Antonio Brown didn't go off the deep end, Antonio Brown would have been the best receiver. I mean, his stats, the best receiver. He's going to go in. I think his little thing Saturday, I think he's going to go in when he does go in, if the NFL will let him in. I don't know when that'll happen. I have no idea.
I think talent-wise, pure talent, I think he gets in, and he's just so gifted. I mean, just the catches he made, the speed he had.
Well, speaking of catches, I mean that Pickens catch is something to look,
That was
and
very cool.
rewind many times. That
Yeah.
catch Sunday night was pure concentration, and it's he's starting to come along now. But the Russell Wilson factor is a factor.
Yeah, it seemed like they catch the balls like I don't know if they're placed in spots, but there were a lot of
He was putting the balls where he needed to be. He was fucking lofting them. He just had that touch. Nothing against Justin Fields at all. Okay, I'm not knocking Justin Fields. I'm not knocking anything. The only thing that makes me mad is we lost to the Cowboys where we shouldn't have, and that was hopefully that's our shit game of the year. Okay, because I think every game from this game forward, we will be slugging it out, and it'll be very, very competitive for the rest of the year. And I'm going to click that right now.
Guess who's back? Not Shady's back. Not the Eminem song. Guess who's back?
Okay, is it
Cordell Patterson?
Cordell Patterson is back.
Yeah, Cordell Patterson.
Well, that'll spearhead the run because we are second in rushing in the NFL. Oh, that's good. They're going on a date. But
probably for some kind of erectile dysfunction or
take the blue pill. It'll give you the red pill. That'll make you have a fun pill. Is that how that works? I don't know.
Or you can just play Renegade for your old lady and things will happen.
I love Renegade, man. Seeing those videos of Renegade when it comes on, shit was going to happen. And I called that interception that one time, and I called the field goal, but I can't get a parlay to save my life. So, and now you're not hearing anything about fucking Aaron Rodgers. You don't hear nothing about Davante Adams. You don't hear nothing about the New York Jets because we whipped them and they went cowering back into the cave. I hope we get respect that we are truly given because we beat their ass in the second half. That was the strongest second half I've seen in years.
I want to comment. This is
Which one?
I'm going to copy and paste what's on the interweb. So
okay.
I spoke. I said going back to 1955, but they did win a Monday night game in 1955. It wasn't called Monday Night Football. So I'm going to copy what I got from the interweb.
Well, because it had Howard Cosell. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna do it. Okay.
So there you go, boys and girls.
Okay. I wasn't even around then.
Yeah, 1955.
I don't think most of us were.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. 99. I just think that we beat them and we beat them bad, and the New York Jets they wanted to go home. I believe they were done probably in halfway in the third quarter.
I'll tell you what broke their what got, and I hate being the guy that bangs cowbell, but here, Beanie Bishop made a play that turned the tide with 1:29 left in the second quarter. He had that interception. Ron Rodgers was going to drive down there and score. I know it. And that just changed. I mean, that's a 10-point switch or 14-point swing, because instead of giving them 7, Russell Wilson went down and scored his first touchdown, which before they were having problems in the red zone.
Right here, people. I need 4 more.
Yep. And Bubba needs 4 more.
4 more.
Then, Beanie Bishop totally broke their back with that interception in the second half.
But also, too, Shane, the New York Jets receivers are not slouches at all. Even if they had signed Davante Adams, they had Garrett Wilson, they had Mike Williams, and they had that Lazard guy. Yeah. You know what I mean? And Hall was actually getting them screen passes and doing a little bit of damage.
He's a hard guy to tighten it up.
Well, but also, too, I think there's dissension in the New York ranks of receiving, and 2 of those receivers that I talked about, we can divert on this. Do you think that the Steelers will make a trade for a receiver?
You know what? Man, Steelers.
Hi, Gene.
It's like asking a. I don't know. It's
Now,
just like
do you think that the third time's a charm? Well, let's ask. Well, do you think
Okay,
the
let's
third time's a
find out.
charm because the Ayuk situation? People are like, oh, Devontae Adams. Now Hopkins went to the Kansas City Chiefs today, so he's out of the picture.
Yeah.
So and I would have took him because the Chiefs gave up, I think, a 6th or 7th round pick or something. I'm not sure, people, so don't quote me on this because I don't know a lot, So
Okay, I have it up. I just got to make it bigger.
Nice, Kenny. He interviewed Hines Wards. Oh,
What?
nice. What was your internship? Was you a communications media? Okay, I'm gonna. Do you think? Let's ask. Let's ask the Magic 8-Ball.
Can you see it?
Yes, I see it. Yes, I see it.
Okay.
Okay. Besides Devil's question, because that'll be the second question. Magic 8-Ball. Will the Steelers make a trade for a wide receiver?
Don't count on it.
Ooh. Okay. Hypothetically, if they did, will they make a trade for the Los Angeles Rams receiver Cooper Kupp?
Yeah,
But I wouldn't give the farm. I wouldn't give the farm for Cooper Kupp. That's just my opinion. I mean, you guys in the chat could tell me. You guys can say other.
I look good. So just basically counteract
the question in the first one.
Yeah.
So, but I think Cooper Kupp's 31 years old.
Yeah.
I think he's injury, but I think the cap to pay would be like, is it $6 or $7 million for next year or something? Because the Rams would still have to pay. So actually, for $7 million, that's like what, $500 for us.
Yeah. So let's ask if they're going to get Williams or what's the other guy? Wilson. The other guy
for the Jets. Okay. That's two questions then.
No, just ask.
Will the Steelers make the trade with the New York Jets for a receiver?
That's a perfect question. Good one.
Well, thank you. I try.
Here we go. Cannot predict now. So that's
they don't have a lot of time though. I mean, I think November 4th is a trade deadline.
Yes, they have a week. So that's
and I think we had like Montavious Adams. Montavious Adams went on injured reserve, and I think I think let me look here because I did jot this down, or not jot it down. I shared it. I had to get somebody that sent me some music. So I believe I think Adams is on injured reserve. Okay, and
we'll ask him that, Gene.
What's Gene say?
Okay, pull up Gene's question.
Okay, there you go, Gene.
I'm gonna present. For some reason, Magic small. I can't get it any bigger.
There it is. I brought it up. Good question, Gene.
Let me make it just a little bit bigger for you kids. Okay, ready?
For people that can't see like me. I got my glasses and I don't have them on.
Go ahead with your question, and Bubba's going to read it.
Okay. Magic 8-Ball, do the Steelers need another receiver to win the North?
Don't count on it, so they don't need a receiver.
Well, that's 2 times that the Magic 8-Ball crystal ball, said that we're not going to get a receiver. But I just want to point it out. Your boy, Beanie Bishop, won the Pepsi Zero Rookie of the Week. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, undrafted, free agent.
Now, let me ask you a question. Would you go get a Beanie Bishop jersey?
I think I would.
Or a Frazier jersey? Which West Virginia?
I think I'd go with Beanie Bishop.
Or would you get them both if you could get a good deal?
No, I don't buy jerseys, man. I just don't. I'll buy a hat, maybe get Beanie's number on it.
Okay. Hi, dear. How are you? Yeah, and I was getting to where I wanted to talk about. Where they made multiple roster moves. They like I said, they put Montavious Adams on IR. Okay, so and Brendan Finoco, who never done anything for a Steeler, I think he's out. Yeah, they placed Adams on IR. They signed quarterback C.J. Henderson, who was a former first-round pick from the Jaguars. And now that, again, they signed Brendan Finoco back to the practice squad. Is this guy ever going to get a break? Like, I know when they signed him, I had very high hopes for him. He has not cracked the lineup. Will he crack the lineup to be the run stopper that he was with the Chargers? Wow.
Maybe his ship has sailed. Maybe he doesn't have it anymore.
Well, he made the practice. I thought they got rid of him because they, and Adams is he injured his knee on the first play of the Jets game, so won't play in Week 8. He'll miss at least 4 weeks. So nose tackle backup would be, who would that be? It could be, dear. It could be Fioco. It might be. Huh. Okay. Kenny said that Hopkins was a 5th-round pick. Okay, thank you, Kenny. And he was a Okay, cool.
A communist?
No, not a communist. He was a comm major at IUP.
Okay,
God.
Captain wants to hear my hot take.
Go ahead.
But before we do that, I want to ask Bubba. So they're going to rock on Monday night the color splash or the color. What do they call that uniform?
The like, is it Rush or something?
It doesn't matter what they call it, Bubba, because it sucks.
Okay.
It looks like shit. And if you buy that jersey, it looks like shit, guys. It even looks worse on the fans. I don't.
I like Sundays. I like Sundays uniforms.
I did like Sundays.
Color Rush. Thank you, dear. Color Rush. It's called.
Doesn't matter. I'm not a big fan. I don't like that jersey. I like the
1991, 2024. Okay.
Yeah.
2024, 24. 1991 is the last time they lost. So how many years did they lose? They haven't lost at home. It's over 30 years.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
I was on the fence with the gray masks, but man, that's like inspirational. Maybe that's just the.
See, Devil likes them. I like the gray masks. I really do. I think the gray and black looks good.
I don't mind the helmets. I don't like just the black and gold. I like a little bit of white in there. This just. It's just sacrilege. I do like the Bumblebee.
Well, Gene likes the Color Rush jerseys.
Oh, Gene, you're crazy.
They're trashy. A lot of people do like those jerseys.
I know. That's why
I'm not into the Bumblebee jerseys, but when we have the Bumblebee jerseys, we're undefeated.
What's that?
When we have the Bumblebee jerseys, we're undefeated.
I like the Bumblebees.
I don't like the Bumblebee jerseys because it looks like it's 1928.
I do. Did you see? I know you're not a college guy, but Illinois wore a helmet that looked like a leather helmet.
Oh, I love those. I had one. I had a Steeler helmet.
Let me pull it up.
And I lost it.
College show, but it's.
I used to wear it at the football games. I was very happy. I'm very happy, and I'm very ecstatic that Wilson is a starter now. I'm good. And Devil says all jerseys matter.
There you go. All jerseys matter.
Hey, Jamie, how you doing? Thanks for coming on. Color Rush is greater than the Bumblebee, Craig says. I just like them. I liked that jersey last week. I thought it was great. And I like the gray because it made it, I don't know. It just reminds me of the old 70s, I guess.
My computer's
just trying to get some
today.
questions in there. Thanks, guys, for coming on, and hopefully we can entertain you. And you guys bring your questions and comments, and I'll get them out there, and we'll try to I have as a bush. I have as a bush. Yeah, I haven't bought a jersey in a while. So I don't know. But I am happy that we won Sunday night. I'm glad this offense seems like it's going on 3.5 cylinders. It's not at a 4. But I think I give, like I said last night when I gave that point to the center, Ryan McCollum, I gave him that point. I think he did great. You know what I mean? And the pressure of primetime TV, I would never know, is probably overwhelming. And him coming in there and playing center and hiking the ball to Wilson, who just had his first start, would probably be nerve-wracking too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay, he wants blocks. Okay.
Get these stupid ads that just.
I don't know, dear. If they were $39, if they're $39, they're not that good. I mean, you can get those ones for China. I was going to get a Merrill Hodge one and
Ooh.
yeah,
Korea,
I think
a lot of them are made in Korea too. So.
Well, I used to know somebody who used to get jerseys, and I had a Willie Stargell, a Mario Lemieux, a Merrill Hodge, a Jack Lambert, and then the FBI shut them all down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay. Okay, well,
Okay,
yeah, those jerseys.
Here, Bubba. Let me pull it up for everybody.
Okay,
see.
go ahead, brother.
And these things are so crazy. I mean, I would love to see this in the NFL.
Yeah, I would never tell anybody you got a Mitch Trubisky jersey, brother. 99.
Look at this right here. It's like a leather helmet.
Oh yeah, you're badass. So how what did they have a chin strap and that was it?
Just the helmet is painted like that.
Oh, but they had the face guard and stuff.
See the face guard there? Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that looks cool though.
Looks cool as hell.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had look like they had those pads like on the front. You know how they used to wear those pads on their stomach?
Yeah. Well, they have for just marketing and for designer, the Steelers. Like I said, I bought one of those old ones, to keep your head warm. You know what I mean? When I used to go to games and I lost it.
Yeah.
I used to have you look like Ogre from fucking Revenge of the Nerds. You know what I mean when you put it on?
I had an 80s Russian fighter pilot helmet I used to wear in my Harley.
Oh, hey, Steel, how you doing? He said block letters and gray masks. Yeah. I like the gray masks. I think they're good. It just sets it off because you can see the masks because you can't see the black. You know what I mean? The black. It's just better that you can see.
So Craig, I would pay I'd pay $40 for that ugly jersey. I would. $100, no. Well,
jerseys are. I looked on Steelers.com and those jerseys now are a little over more than 100.
Well, an NFL jersey is almost as much as Jersey Mike's.
Jersey Mike hoagies aren't cheap. You get more than 10 inches, man. It's almost $20.
That's what she said.
Well, hopefully she wanted to come back for more if you doubled the meat, I don't know. I don't know.
Double the cheese.
I just went to Bob's Pizza. Like I said, 5 slices of Bob's and a Wapaho. I'm telling, and I know I shouldn't be eating that, but
on a Wednesday?
Where can you go? You can't go anywhere around here and fucking get something to eat for under $15. I was just hungry for pizza, and I was lazy.
I
don't
went on
cook.
2 hard-boiled eggs and hate.
I need to start. I know I need to eat right. I keep saying it for years.
And coffee. Got to add coffee, hatred. And
no, I don't do coffee.
Le'Veon Bell, color rush. Yeah, there's certain jerseys that just you got to have the right number. So
well, what would be what would be your right number if you had a jersey? Not saying a player, but what number would you have?
Well, it'd have to be a specific player.
Well,
like,
I mean,
this Hodge is a good one.
I mean, this one's not.
Louis Lips is a good one.
Well, this is just.
Number, Bubba.
Well, that's my whole high school number.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't like the lettering. Maybe.
I like that jersey. It's nice.
But I'm a dumbass, and I got my whole fucking name put on the back like an asshole.
That's all right.
Like. So if anybody stole it, they'd be like, "Oh, hey,
that's mine."
Yeah. Well, I've had jerseys. I've lost jerseys
He
before.
told the story on the show, guys. So
I know. I
no
still to this day. Oh, chicken and rice is good.
chicken fried rice.
Do they make Steeler hats with numbers on them? Yeah.
You can go to Lids and get a number put on it. Yeah.
So what number would you get on a hat or a jersey that's not player related, but what's your favorite number?
We'll go by 70s. You have the 70s player. Who would you get?
That's hard for real.
Yeah,
you know what I would do? My number would be 75-58 on my hat.
Yeah, I would. It's 50-50, boys and girls. Mean Joe Green or Lambert.
Two of those. You know what though? You'd have to. Mean Joe Green was the linchpin that started all this for real.
I think you have to have four. You have to have four jerseys if you are a Steelers fan of the 70s. Bradshaw, Harris, Mean Joe Green, and Lambert.
Well, my sister has a Mean Joe Green. My sister has a Mean Joe Green jersey.
So okay, let's go to the 80s.
Oh, the 80s. Jesus God Almighty!
Louis Lips, and Bubby Brister, maybe.
No, not Brister. No, Rod Woodson.
There you go. That's the one. I was waiting for it.
No. Let's get back to this one. No, I do not think it will be I don't think it's a trap game.
No, Kenny.
I do not think. I think the Giants' defense is very good. Their run defense is better than anybody we probably faced, but their offense is so inept they can't get late in dollar day. Like I don't see us shitting the bed, especially Kenny at home. When we just said we haven't lost a home game since 1991, I cannot see us losing against the Giants at all. That's just my take.
It's not like Admiral Akbar is yelling, "It's a trap!" You know, it's not going to be like that at all.
Well, look, the statistics of what's the quarterback's name?
Russell Wilson?
No, not ours. The Giants. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Matter. He's a bum. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I forget a little bit because of my concussions. Okay, 99 says 32. Ooh, that's a good question.
Well, I think they're getting
Daniel Jones. Thank you, dear. I just don't know why I drew a blank.
They're getting some guys back this week.
Well, if we get Cordell Patterson, if Jalen Warren can,
Warren's supposed to come back.
Well, he's very close of breaking something in a screen, but also too, I don't know how many yards he had. I think they had 100 and some yards last week alone. But Jalen Warren hasn't had that breakout running game. But like I said, the Giants defense is pretty tough against the run. So, but we are a team that keeps pounding and pounding and pounding, and we get better as the game goes longer. And that's why Harris in the halfway to the third quarter and fourth quarter is getting these big chunks of yards because the defense is tired, which is good because like I've always said, the long Steeler drives wear and tears the defense after a while. And by the third quarter going into the fourth quarter, that defense is already beat to shit, So
I just put in here Afton is a smart Steelers fan. She has to be like.
Still says Brian Hinkle. Hinkle is good too, man. In a middle linebacker, and he was a cool dude, and I drank beer with him, and he was cool as shit. So I think I'm all caught up with that. But yeah I would
have to be one of the smartest Steeler fans.
Yeah. Well, I forgot who fucking
can just
Daniel
crank
Jones
out
was.
stats. Either that or she's really quick with the old interwebs.
Oh, maybe she's probably good with stats. And well, this is not a stat show. I mean, this is a diehard show where I'm not changing my shirt and doing another podcast from another team.
We talk about pizza places.
I just don't know how that guy does it. And he's making big money.
I don't know. He's a jabroni.
Okay, yeah, Barkley. Yeah, I seen that where Barkley actually he was going to let him go out and get his career rushing, and Barkley said, no, let somebody else eat. So I give it up for him. And hopefully he doesn't have a good game against us, and we'll be okay. Yeah, my memory's good, too. It's just sometimes I can't remember small things, Oh, well, that's good, too.
I have to write directions in the bathroom to where the shit paper is.
Oh, Jesus. But, yeah, this game is Monday night, ESPN. Now, ESPN, the Monday night guys isn't that Joe Buck and Troy Aikman?
Yeah, I don't mind them. They're all right.
I don't mind them either. They're a lot better than, Booger Smoot and whatever.
Yeah, Booger McFarlane or whatever.
Yeah, that guy was just a douche.
He's a bum.
Can't remember when. Okay, yeah, you can remember, like, if you're at if you're at a trivia thing and who had that number one hit in like 1997.
Yeah, I can spot off pop culture trivia.
Okay, so he was benched, and I don't know who their second string quarterback is.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't see us like steamrolling over, especially with these slow starts, which they've been talking about at press conferences about these slow starting Steelers. That is something that we have to curb. Hopefully we start
it's going to be solved
this Monday.
I mean, I'm usually shitting on the Steelers and giving them a hard time, and this is a Steelers show. But I think they got the ship righted. I think Russell has a lot of the the rust.
Oh, Drew Lock. Thank you, 99. Drew Lock. We played Drew Lock before. He doesn't fucking scare me. Yes, that's true, Craig. Yeah. The Kansas City Chiefs and the Steelers are on Netflix because I have to work. I cannot get off. I don't want to be an asshole and call off and have somebody else get mandated. I
have a thumb set up. Maybe Bubba can set us up and we can just do a show.
I'll set you. I'll give you the code and you can start it, and then I'll hurry up and zoom back. I'll hurry up and fly. I'll be like Burns with my phone.
Or maybe since it's Christmas, maybe we'll just do one when you get back.
Well, whatever. I'll be more than happy to. I can give you the admin for this. You can start it up. I could throw up on the day ward and say I got to go home.
I can pretty much make myself vomit on command.
Really? I can't do that. I'm too old to be doing that. I'm dry heaving on
you think
Mad Dog,
senior, right?
Yeah, back in the days when I used to do Mad Dog, man, I'd be like,
Mad Dog 2020.
Oh my God, it's terrible.
Mad Dog.
Oof. Cheap ass drunk, man. Terrible.
That's terrible. Yeah, Kelly.
Okay, so yeah, if it's Jones or Locke, it really doesn't matter. If we run the ball and we run it early and we have drives and we score early, like touchdowns, that's what we need. A touchdown in the first drive. Nothing against Boswell. Boswell is actually the AFC Special Teams Player of the Month. I don't know if you knew that.
Hey, let's talk about the special teams.
Let's talk about the special teams. Bazooka Joe, who's 70 years old, man, has got these special teams. They have blocked field goals or extra points in 3 games in a row.
Yes, and they look, I was going to say fierce, like I'm some kind of drag queen or something. No.
I just think that they have. Now, the thing is, though, with the special teams, they're making the plays. They're not giving up big plays on special teams. But the thing is, though, we haven't had our special return moment.
The punter placed it like textbook last game. That one punt, I mean, what was that?
Oh, yeah.
Yard line?
Yeah, wait a minute. Yeah, and he's going to get a job somewhere because he is, that was very, very good for the Steelers to get. I mean, it's a shame that, Cam got hurt in his knee, and who knows about that. But
the only criticism I have for the punter is after he makes a play like that, he needs to do like a little golf swing, like he just had a chip shot. Just saying.
Well, he can't do that. He's got to hurry up and try to go down, and he's got to make sure that they don't run by him.
After everybody's tackled and everything.
He's not fucking Johnny Carson here. You know what I mean?
Well,
that's true. 40%. You could be. I'm sure you're right.
Well, Boz has 40% of the Steelers' points 100% of the time.
Yeah, and he's been like that for a couple years. So I'm good because that's my fantasy quarterback, and I haven't even been paying attention.
My backup quarterback for fantasy is guess who?
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson. Yeah.
I believe. Well, I believe Patterson will be available, and Jalen Warren is already. Or, I think.
Sucker MC.
Oh, geez.
Toddy spouting the old school flow.
Yeah, that's old school there. I don't know if I can. I mean, that one live show we had with the Cowboys, I had Iron City stacked up like a pyramid, and I was hurting. I was hurting. And I think I had one beer since.
So I want to.
And then I have my Get Healthy Friday. I have to go get my blood work checked, and they're going to tell me that my body index is 6,000. You know what I mean? You know how that goes.
No more Bob's special.
No more Bob's Pizza. I know. It's just
so hard.
It's you know what it is. It's coming into the holidays, so you don't want to go crazy. You just want to maintain. You know, I go throw some weights around, and believe me, ladies and gentlemen, picking up that wrestling ring and taking it together and putting it apart will be a workout Friday and Saturday. So yeah. I'll be definitely doing that. And
so I was thinking of wearing just maybe not a button up, but wearing a sports jacket for the event.
Just a sports jacket, no pants?
No pants, yeah.
Oh, great. It's a family show. It's a family show.
Well, hey, on the ring better.
Yeah. Well, before we get, talking a little bit more Steelers stuff before we get out of here, I want to play this before I forget because I'm trying to promote, but also, too, ladies and gentlemen, this show is very, very honored and proud to be sponsored by Mucky Duck Mustard, which I don't have anymore. I ate it all the other day.
Well, that's good because Cameron's sending you more.
Oh, God bless him. And I love it.
It might be different. It might be something different.
Well, that's okay. Barbecue sauce. I'll dip pretzels in barbecue sauce. I've been known to do that.
Salad dressing, maybe. I don't know. Whatever he sends, we'll try it.
Whatever. If he's got salad dressing, I'll dip pretzels in that too. It doesn't matter. But hey, before I made this commercial, and I want to play it. So 30-second timeout here. We're going to play this commercial about Saturday's Allied Powers Wrestling Show. Hopefully some people are listening. Hopefully they got some tickets coming. So here we go. I won't quit my day job, but I mean, well, I try, Shane. I have to promote. I mean, it's like I told Mark last night. It's so because he was like, Bob, you guys got to get videos for your Steelers stuff, and then you guys could, climbing a mountain. And I was like, believe me, I want to, and I love to, and because he said the Experience Show is. Podcast is. I was like, yeah, but I still use that as a promoting vehicle, for everything else besides the Steelers stuff, So hopefully we have a good turn. Like I said, I got interviewed by the Indiana Gazette tomorrow. Hopefully it's in the paper. People from Indiana come.
Fox
Channel 8. It will be out tomorrow. I think at 12:00. Once I see the clip, I will share it. And then we're selling tickets galore. Tickets will be at the door. Yeah, I don't have any. I'm out of mucky. Yeah, I ate it all. It didn't go to waste, John. I ate it all.
So it's not on Amazon.
Thank you.
You have to go to Kroger's.
Kroger's and grocery stores in Western Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Kroger's, and then you can also go to ketchupsucks.com.
Ketchupsucks.com. That's funny.
Yeah, we can't put it in our chat because it'll kick us out.
No.
Ketchupsucks.com. Or more than
I got,
mustard?
like I said, I got a community thing on Facebook the other day. I got taken off, and I was trying to do a positive message. I don't know.
Well, I
But
could
yeah,
talk.
thank you, Mark. Mark says we're chipping away like the Titanic iceberg, and we will be soon to 300 subs. I live in
Well, we don't have
Kroger's.
Kroger's in Western Pennsylvania, but you can go to Kroger's.com and order it.
Do they have it in Walmart? Thank you, Kelly.
I think I've seen it like on Walmart. You can just search the internet for Mucky Duck Mustard or morethanmustard.com.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you so much. Like,
Yes, Tom.
and me and Shane do appreciate this community that has been built off of a guy in his room who got some of you guys to come to us, and I'm trying to get people that was like I explained to Mark last night. Like when I did this, when I used to do Steeler stuff on Facebook, we used to have 50 to 60 people in the chat. And I don't know how you get from that to this. People are just lazy. I don't know. Like back in the day, I mean, 500-600 views, or people, 50, 60 people, 70. I mean, I couldn't keep up. And I can't keep up now with the comments now. I'm going to have to hire a little intern.
So
quarter pounders.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. What's that going on? What?
Some listeria spread or something like that.
I'm not a big quarter pounder guy.
I like Big Macs better, but they
do they spell it ketchup or with a K or a C?
I emailed it to you. Let me pull it up. Remember I messaged you the other day?
You message me all the time.
I know. I message you all the time.
That's okay. You got great ideas.
I send my wife food porn.
Food porn. That's funny.
Like easy cookie recipes and stuff that have high.
Oh, it was an E. coli outbreak. I don't even like Big Macs, Devil. When I was a kid, Big Macs were good in a styrofoam container, but now they just look good on TV and on the marquee in their place. I'm not a big McDonald's guy anymore, surprisingly. Oh, that's not good. Oh, shit. One day. Oh, that's not good at all.
That's not good.
It wasn't in Pennsylvania, though. They're probably saying it was probably where Trump worked at McDonald's the other day, probably. Hey, man, he lasts longer than I did it. I didn't last very long at Dairy Queen.
No.
Yeah, there's...
I'm pulling it up here.
Oh, he is. Dude, he's everywhere. He's living in the state of Pennsylvania.
Who is?
Steele said he's at Bryce Jordan Center Saturday.
Who's that?
Trump.
Oh yeah. He's been in Pennsylvania all week.
He's loving. And you know what it was? I mean, he was at the game, and I'm not getting political or nothing, but they didn't even show like a half a second of him. Like they could have panned and said, "Oh, they're," I mean, they didn't even give him that.
No, I drove through Pittsburgh.
I can't eat McDonald's every day, Devil. You know what though? You know what's a good hamburger, which is surprising, is the Dairy Queen 2 for $5. Oh, those are the states. Oh, that's out there. Oh, wow. I don't watch the news. I'm sorry. I'm not informed like I used to be, and I don't get a newspaper. And I do watch Sky News from Australia, but that's not going to tell me anything local or too much. They'll probably tell me about this, but yeah, I didn't know that.
So, ketchupsucks.com or morethanmustard.com.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I found it.
Well, try their 2 for $5, Gene. I get 2 for $5, and I get an Oreo Blizzard, man. I love fucking Dairy Queen. I worked at Dairy Queen. I lasted a week. I ever tell you this story?
No, tell it.
Okay. In high school, I had to go. My parents made me go to the prom. Okay. So going to the prom, I had to buy, you had to buy a tux and whatever. So I worked at Dairy Queen. Okay. And at Dairy Queen in Indiana here, you had to measure the cone. You had to have the curlicue, and then you had to measure it on the ounces, and it had to be weighed. Okay, well, the owners just fucking sat back there and they watched you like a hawk. But if you're the lowest guy on a totem pole, you had to clean the bathrooms. Okay? So I cleaned the bathrooms, and it was a Monday night. And I'm talking in 1988, 89, because I graduated 89. So it'd have been March or April of 89, because my mom used to bowl every Monday at Patterson's Lanes, which is now Dollar General. And I cleaned the bathrooms, and I came in, and my mom and her friend are eating a sundae. Okay? And then I went back to make sure the bathroom was clean. And this college girl and guy fucking destroyed it. Just destroyed it. So I went back out. Well, I went back out. Here I am, 17 years old. There's my mom sitting eating a sundae. And this couple, they were like, he was macking on her and stuff. And I had the mop in my hand because they just trashed the bathrooms. I'm like, excuse me, I just cleaned the bathrooms and you guys messed them up. I'm going to stick this mop straight up your ass. And my mom just looked at me, and the guy who owned Dairy Queen said I could never work in public. I was terrible. He fired me. And he's like, you could never work in public. You're not very good. And like when I was 20, I was bouncing, and I was in the bar business for 20 years, and you know what I mean? Now I'm doing podcasting and doing whatever, but that's a true story. True story. Yeah. I do love I just think that their burgers are very good and cheap. $5.
Five Guys, I like their burgers, but you got to take
That's a hard job, dear. Waiting tables is a very hard job. Serving customers is very hard.
Yeah.
And probably now with COVID, like it'd be very, very hard. And trying to bartend and wait tables, and everybody has a phone, and they're critiquing your ability to serve them, and they're giving you stars and not stars, would be very, very terrible. Like I'm glad I'm out of that business. In the 90s and 80s, we didn't have these,
Well, just have a business. Like I'm helping my friend transport this, not quite $100,000 vehicle, but it's as much as a house.
Yeah, it is pretty much
trailer, and ship it out west.
Mm-hmm.
And you're talking anywhere from $2,500 to $3,000. And all these different companies have ratings, but some of the ratings are poor because they're like, well, we didn't get it in 11 days, we got it in 12. You're going to ruin a company's reputation because you got. That's
how people are nowadays.
They
can sit back and they can type stuff on here and ruin people's lives just by a drop of whatever. There's no free speech is
cross country, and you're going to bitch and moan because it's a day late. Did it come?
Yeah.
Did it come perfectly fine? Did it look good?
Yeah. 412. I don't know if they'll make that trade. I know he's injury prone. I would take it. But the biggest question is about trading for a receiver is the invisibility of Roman Wilson. The invisibility going in 8 weeks. I think he's not going to play at all this year.
I'm looking it up right now.
I don't know what his problem is. I don't know if it's a bad hamstring. Like that's why that we're even talking about. We're even talking about trading because if he was playing, we wouldn't even be talking about this.
Our buddy Mike Alsty, who's been on our show here, been on my Steelers show or West Virginia show, basically is saying, I'll read it. I'll put it on here and I'll read it to all of you because I know half of you are illiterate, so I'm going to help you out. I'm joking. You guys are smarter than I am.
Okay, let me put it up here.
So Mike Tomlin. This is Allison Kohler. Mike Tomlin moved on from Roman Wilson.
Well, that's not good. That means he wasn't getting healthy, or he was in the doghouse.
Availability is the best ability. And simply put, Roman Wilson hasn't been available, Mike Tomlin. Short of 5 snaps and no targets versus Vegas, Wilson's been non-existent this rookie season, no thanks to an ankle injury sustained during the first week of training. While ramping up for a second game in black and gold Steeler, Wilson injured his hamstring during preparation for the Jets. One of Tomlin's least favorite things to discuss is who is available. And he says, Tallman goes, he missed some practice time because of the hammy. And as we've talked repeatedly in this setting, Roman needs to work for me to really consider him. Ooh. His
I think he's in the doghouse.
Some last week. And so really guys.
I just think he's in the doghouse.
Well, yeah, he said participation got compromised some last week. And so really once it got compromised, I moved it on.
But yeah, I mean, I understand, but last couple of years, he's not actually slow at playing any of these rookies. These rookies, the last 2 years, Deere has been a viable part of the team, like especially this year, especially with Frazier and Beanie Bishop and Peyton Wilson and McCormick. That's 4. Now, Watts maybe could have got some playing time, definitely on special teams, but he got hurt and he's out for the season. But Roman is just, it boggles my mind, and I can't remember anything in my way, and maybe the guys in the community can think if another receiver was in the doghouse in their rookie year, probably Linus Swede, or Martavius Bryant. But, I don't know how bad a hamstring is. So
hamstrings take a long time to get better. So that's worse than ankle, I think.
Well, Steele said he's not worth a second-round pick, and I'm going with Cooper Kupp. And I agree with you, Steele. I don't think he's worth a second-round pick because that's what the Rams want. Now, if a 4th or 5th-round pick, yeah, not a second. I not for a 31-year-old guy like that. I mean, I know some people are like beaming for joy if we get him, but realistically, we're playing. Our offense is 25% more efficient than it was 2 weeks ago.
Bubba,
he was talking about Kupp. Yeah,
you said a couple times that these tight ends are basically the number 2s, and
look at Big Washington. Who's going to stop that motherfucker on Wilson rolls out and hits him for a 5-yard gain. And then he gets like 3 yards just getting tackled, and you know what I mean? He's getting 8 yards maybe. He had like four receptions for almost over 40 yards. I mean, I'll take that, I heard Stafford, they're looking to trade him. I don't know. I don't know how true that is. I don't know. I don't know if he's healthy either.
Sounds like Fields will be the starter against the Giants.
What?
From what Shane just read. No,
Cal. There's no way.
No.
Wilson is not losing that. Wilson's not losing that starting role now. It's injury.
There was an article. Let me touch on this. There was an article where they said they were surprised that they didn't see Wilson and Fields play. Well, here's the thing. You don't want Fields. It would kind of hurt both of their feelings if you did that. Now, moving forward, after they have that win, and it's been established that Russell is the number 1, I can see them using, in certain downs and certain situations, Fields. Can you, Bubba?
No, not now, because that not on the 1 yard line, because it's going to be a quarterback sneak, because I'm hoping it is. And Wilson can get it. So he just got to take it. Boom. That's it. It's not fancy. It's not pretty. It'll get the job done. And
it's not a playoff team. I wouldn't want to hurt Wilson just for.
I don't think it's hurting him. I mean, if it all depends on the making that hole a little bit. If you're on the 2 yard line, or 1 yard line, your offensive line should be able to push off the ball and get that push to get you. They should.
That's the backups in there, and Fields is a big, strapping young man.
Do you think this is the most? Well, now the Ravens are scoring like 35 to 40 points a game, but I mean, you got to look at it this way. I didn't watch Monday night's game, but Baker Mayfield lost 2 of his receivers, and the Tampa Bay Bucks scored 31 points against the Ravens defense.
Yep.
So I'm not impressed with the Ravens defense. I seen a stat where Lamar Jackson in 87 starts has more touchdowns or something like that than like Peyton Manning and Big Ben. And it was a stat that I saw on social media, and I probably should have saved it, but I don't like anything from the Ravens anyway. But I just feel that if we stop them, we got to stop Derrick Henry, but we still have to stop the pass. So now they're a two-headed offensive snake. But Kansas City's still Kansas City, so to get anywhere, people, we still have to go through Kansas City. We have to beat Kansas City Christmas Day to shock the world and then get us somewhere at a higher tier on the AFC playoff contention or get us home field advantage. That's just my opinion. What do you think, Shane?
I think they need to win the week before Christmas against the Ravens.
Okay.
And then if they beat Kansas City, that shuts the door. The AFC, they're going to. But if you look at percentage chances of making the Super Bowl, the Steelers are number 4 on the list with a 3.8% chance of making the Super Bowl. That's fantastic. Chiefs are.
Yeah, the Browns are dead in the water. They're just going to try to be a spoiler. Jameis Winston's now their quarterback, which I rather played fucking massage parlor or Watson, but that ain't happening. People are bitching about, people. But look, people are cruel anymore. It doesn't matter. I mean, you got to remember, people booze fucking Santa Claus in Philadelphia. Like, he has ruined, Watson has ruined that organization tremendously, and Cleveland people just don't care, and there's nothing good in Cleveland anyway, except for Canton and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Can't think of anything else.
Mariah Carey would be coming.
Christmas is you. Woo.
That song will be old. Yeah, they're bad, man. That minor owner of the Steelers who went to Cleveland and now is a Cleveland owner, dude. That dude's just dumb as shit. He's gonna put that organization back 10 years, which is good for me. I don't care. Yeah, you're probably right. Guy
that dresses like Napoleon Dynamite or looks like him.
He's funny.
Got my Steelers jersey in the mail, and he opened it up, and it was a striped refs jersey.
Oh, well, Lamar has piss poor showings against us, so that's what we got to count on the Steelers defense to tighten up, and maybe Patrick Queen has a great game, and T.J. Watt. Like I did that video, T.J. Watt should be at like 8 to 10 sacks already right now. No, his non-showing up in Dallas put him behind the 8 ball a little bit just for right now.
Well, Bubba,
yes, I believe, Devil. I believe we will. I can't wait. And then we got the Christmas party the week before at McFadden's if they don't throw us out. DTR. Cleveland. Probably not in our lifetime. Yeah, probably. That's not good.
The Browns organization. Well, the Browns organization is actually the Baltimore Ravens, in my opinion.
Steele. I don't think I think we can upset 2 of those teams. Or 3. Now, I'm a diehard. It can happen, Steele. I don't think the Buffalo Bills are better than us at all. I know the Ravens, by point scores, their offense is better than ours, but their defense is not. And Kansas City, I think they had to trade for Hopkins today because their receiving core is injured, and their running back maybe is injured. I mean, if Patrick Mahomes gets injured, they're done. They're done. He is that whole team. He's just amazing. So out of all 3 of those teams, I think with the luck of Kansas City, but also too, I'm taking we won't see Buffalo until we get to the playoffs. If we see them, they probably will make it to the playoffs because that division is very weak. And if we
I don't
upset
know,
Kansas City,
I can see them either winning 2 out of 3 or 1 out of 3, but they wouldn't lose to all 3 of them.
I don't think they'll lose all 3.
No.
And they're gonna those 3 teams that still have said probably to get not our first playoff victory if we get in, okay, but these would be the second teams we would face. So we would face either 3 of these teams. 2 of them will face again, and it's very, very hard to beat beat them team 3 times in a row. It's very, very hard. It's been done. It has been done, but it's very, very hard. So, we owe Buffalo an ass beating anyway in the playoffs. Again, we used to beat them so bad. Now they're just got that. I mean, Josh Allen is an enigma, but I'm not scared of the Buffalo Bills. I mean, honestly, I'm not scared of any team really. There's just not a super duper strong team. Well, I'm a diehard, so I drink the Kool-Aid. So, okay, yeah. I'll take that.
Yep. Well, this has been a good show, Bubba.
Yeah, it has. It's damn. We had over 20 people in the chat.
Yeah.
We still have like 16. You guys are humming with these questions.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't scare me. I'm not scared. Yes, we play him good, so I'm not worried about it. And that after we beat the Giants, okay, we got a bye week, so we're 6-2 at the bye week, which nobody thought we would be, except for a few of us, and I'm probably one of them. And diehards, Mark too. I mean, when we did, picks and stuff like that, but Washington is not as Daniels got hurt last week. He might not be 100%. So that Commander game could be, we could be 7-2 going into all the 4 of those division teams. And that's boom, 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 boom. That's like going into a Saw movie, and then you got the chair. You know what I mean? And then you got the flying hatchets coming in, and then you got something else, the electric water eels, and then something else, and you got to get through that to get to the other side. Well, that'll be going against those divisional opponents, those 4 games in a row. So, I mean, thank you so much. Thank you. We can't do this without you guys, for real. And we appreciate you guys coming on, because, I mean, you guys don't have to, and you guys do, and all you guys, we appreciate it. And, we're going to have stream Monday night.
Yeah.
I'm starting to enjoy that live streaming stuff. I don't know. It's given me, I don't know. I have to have Gene tell me to calm down 600 times, but I mean, I was getting irate, so thank you, George. It probably will be tough, but if Daniels is not 100%, look, we're going to be in every game this year, and I'm taking the Steelers every game. I'm never going against them. I'm not going to be happy when we lose. But I'm not that jackass on that other YouTube channel that is, I don't know, how is that guy gonna be? 2 weeks from now, how is that jackass? How in the fuck is he gonna do a podcast with the Commanders and the Steelers? How can he? What's he gonna be like, fucking Two-Face, right down the middle?
Oh yeah, we got to give that cat heat.
I'm fucking gonna break. You know what'll happen though? I'll probably get banned or something.
No,
I
guys,
wrote on his thing. Well, I think he banned Pepper and them guys. He's a douchebag. So next week, 2 weeks from now, how is he going to do a podcast? You're right. He's talks out his ass. Oh, if he has a split jersey, we're gonna fucking lambaste him. I'm gonna lambaste him anyway, because that's bullshit. I mean, I understand he's way bigger. I'm a very small. We're small tadpoles in the Sonoma stream here. You know what I mean? And they got 20,000, 45,000. They're making money. Their production's way better. But the thing that they don't have, it's called PASSION. They don't have it. You can't. You can bottle it up. But if you don't have it, you can't bottle it up. So he doesn't have it. So we'll see, ladies and gentlemen, in 2 weeks when he plays I call them the Redskins still. how two-faced is going to be. Who are we talking about? We're talking about, that's his name, Jumping Jack, Captain Jack Sparrow.
Guys, he's so annoying.
He is, and he's not a true Steeler fan, guys. He's not. He's getting paid the almighty bucks.
What the fuck
and
is there with that guy?
Look, we're not. I'm not in this for the money. There is no way. If I was in this for the money, I'd have quit a long time ago. and since 2018, I've been doing podcasts since 2018. I have not in it for the money. First off, I'm probably an attention whore, so that's probably the first thing. But second, I just love talking about stuff I'm interested in. And 20, 30 years ago, you know what we did? We went to the bars and we did whatever and still talk sports.
This is what we did in bars.
We talk sports in bars. That's what besides trying to, and then
the last hour it was open, you tried to pick up some tail.
Yeah, we talk sports, and then
we're going to close an hour.
Yeah. Hey man, we used to, and it's still on here. We used to go to the Rose Inn and sit at 11 o'clock, man, ready for the Steeler game, or like playoff times. We're out tailgating at 7 o'clock in the morning, man. So I don't want to hear anybody's crap, So I mean, we do this because, no. Well, I mean, hey, when you're single back in the 80s and 90s. Come on. I'm not saying anything to everybody else. I'm not a saint by any means, but, I try to do send a positive message, and before I get out of here, when I did this interview, okay, and I've been talking about this all week, which is great. I went into that TV studio, Fox, and there was a girl in a wheelchair. Okay, electric wheelchair, motorized wheelchair, and her mom was there, and they were there also for an interview, and I think it'll be on tomorrow too. Her name is Erin, and she's a writer. Okay, yes, she's handicapped, and she writes books, and she wrote a book about her and Mick Foley. Like she hung Mick Foley and her are like this. She's a big wrestling fan, and she is a journalist. And she wrote 3 or 4 books. And I'm going off the tangent because sometimes I do here on this show. But her mom was talking to me, and I introduced myself to her, and Aaron shook my hand. And, there's people that are like, especially where I do go from 7 to 3, and guys, people that bitch about something, and they have all their functioning supposedly in their arms and legs and can walk around, and there she was, she was just so happy, and this and that, and then I shook her hand and I started getting fucking emotional, and I was like, this is great, it was nice to meet you guys, I'm gonna look you up on social media, and I did. I follow her on Twitter and I follow her on Facebook, and it was about me and Mick, her and Mick Foley. Foley's on the cover. He wrote a foreword on it. I mean, something like that is positive and inspiring to me. You know what I mean? Even though I might go half-cocked or whatever sometimes, like stuff like that is, you know what I mean, is people doing good. Especially, and she's a journalist. So, but I just wanted to put it out there, like, everybody thinks everybody got it bad, but, there's a person in a wheelchair who's disabled, and, she can't, her dialect is, hard to understand her and stuff, but she could still, she could still talk a little bit. And there she is penning and writing books and, doing stuff with her life. So I appreciate that. And what I'm going to do is I told Tammy, I said, next year at Indiana show, I'm going to have her come down from Altoona. I think she lives in the Altoona area, and do a book signing at the show.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah. Well, I always think of stuff. So, but let me get this. Marcus, see ya. Let me get Steele. Thanks for popping on, brother. Well, I just want to see the Steelers win a playoff. Then we'll go after that. I did not know that, Kelly. God bless you. I did not know that.
Yeah, Kelly, I didn't tell Bubba.
No, I didn't know that. And it doesn't, I don't, God bless you. So I think that's all the stuff. Hey, I might do a couple of Steeler videos here and there because the Godfather Mark, he's like, Bubba, you need to do this to get to that. So I do listen to him, and I appreciate everything Mark has done for us. I think he's great, and I can't wait to drink with him. I know I'll be drinking at 7. He'll be drinking at 12. But like I said, everybody in the Western Pennsylvania area, December 21st at McFadden's, we are going to have a Christmas party, Steelers Dynasty podcast and Steelers Nation Australia combined, because Mark's coming over for the Kansas City game, and we're all going to hang out. So if everybody's close, you guys can come down and hang out with us, and we'll get some pictures, shoot some videos, and have a good time.
Yeah,
so
in the chat, give us a number 1 if you think you might be able to go. Number 1 in the chat if you think you might be able to attend.
We are doing a live watch Monday night. We'll do a live at
welcome.
Maybe I don't know 7. I don't know what time's the kickoff. What time do they start Mondays? 8:20.
Yeah, it's like 8:20. It's 8:20.
Okay, we'll go right. We'll do 8 o'clock.
Carl here. Look at this. I thought
Don Carl.
I thought.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, is that one of your guys?
No, not one of my guys.
Oh.
Guys.
Oh, hey, we appreciate it. And if you just popped on, please like and subscribe. Now, if you just showed up, we're based out of Western Pennsylvania. We talk. I'm one of the biggest Steeler fans, Shane is a realist in Steelerism, and he also hosts West Virginia podcasts. Yep. And I also do another podcast called the Qb Experience, where we do wrestling and pulp cultures and stuff like that. But we do this every Wednesday night. If anybody just popped on for the first time, we do live feeds. Please hit like and subscribe. We do some videos. And we are in a wrestling community with Steelers Nation Australia, Steelers Syndicate, and anybody that's cool with Steelers Dynasty, Steelers podcasting. We're cool with them. It's that, except for that Jack Sparrow guy.
Don, we don't hate Ohio. In fact, Thursday I was on my.
The only problem, that's me.
I
love you, Don.
I'm Ohio.
That's funny.
No, we just take turns shitting on Browns fans or Bengals fans.
Oh, but you got to be a Steeler fan, Don, to be on this show, right? So you're good. You're anointed.
Get abused a little bit, but
you're anointed.
Food.
Yeah, I just rag you.
We start talking about football, and then we always end up talking about food, and then we start talking about drinking, and
we
then
talk about everything.
That's part of the
mystique that we do,
right?
Thank you so much, Dawn. Thank you, and we try. Okay, you're good, brother. You're anointed too. You're good. You're a part of Steeler Nation, man. That's all I could ask for. I can't have. I mean, if we got fans that come in from other teams, I'll be cool with. But why are you on a Steeler podcast if you don't like the Steelers?
Right. In the name of the pierogi, the Irish.
Yeah, the pierogi, the terrible towel, Myron Cope, and Art Senior. God bless you. And you know what? On that note, thank you guys for tuning in. We will see you guys Monday night live, 8 o'clock. Shane, have a great weekend. I will see you Saturday night, sir, to do some ring announcing. And if anybody's in the Western Pennsylvania area close to Johnstown and Indiana, get tickets at www.apwfwrestling.com and go to PP&J's Barbecue Country Market in Indiana and Main Street Hobby in Johnstown. They are our ticket outlets. And thank you guys so much. I love doing it. Tonight was a great show, and I appreciate all of it. And Shane, we will see you Monday, brother. Well, we'll see you Saturday. So
Saturday, I'll be there.
Saturday it is. Okay, good night, everybody. We'll see you. Here we go, Steelers. And I do say, here we go, Steelers, not like the other guy. I go, here we go, Steelers. Here we go. That guy is a douchebag, and I'll end on that note. Peace out.
Fair.